Welcome to 9th Science Chapter 3rd Atoms and Molecules. In nature, atoms do not exist independently. Atoms of most elements are not able to exist independently. In fact, atoms forms molecules. So molecules are nothing but the combination of two or more atoms, and they form the ions. Ions means the charged particles. So these molecules or ions, they aggregate, they combine in a large number to form the matter that we can see, feel or touch. Now let us find the answer for what is a molecule. Here a molecule is in general a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bounded together by attractive forces, that is tightly held together by attractive forces. A molecule can be defined as the smallest particle of an element or a compound that is capable of an independent existence and shows all the properties of that substance. Atoms of the same element or of different elements can join together to form the molecules. Molecules of element. The molecules of an element are constituted by the same type of atoms. Molecules of many elements such as argon, helium, neon, krypton, etc. are made up of only one atom of that element. But this is not the case with most of the nonmetals. For example, a molecule of oxygen consists of two atoms of oxygen and hence it is known as diatomic molecule. O2. If three atoms of oxygen unite into a molecule instead of the usual two, we get ozone. The number of atoms constituting a molecule is known as its atomicity. So metals and some other elements such as carbon do not have a simple structure but consist of a very large and indefinite number of atoms bounded together. So what is atomicity? Atomicity is nothing but the number of atoms constituting a molecule. So this is the table which provides the atomicity of some elements. The type of element is nonmetal. The name is argon, helium, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, phosphorus and sulfur. So argon's atomicity is monoatomic, helium monoatomic, oxygen diatomic, hydrogen diatomic, nitrogen diatomic, chlorine diatomic. Diatomic atoms are written as O2, H2, N2, Cl2. Four atoms of phosphorus combine to form a single molecule of phosphorus. Hence, it is a tetraatomic. Sulfur, eight atoms of sulfur combine to form a single molecule of sulfur and they are known as polyatomic. Molecules of a compound, atom of different elements join together in different definite proportion to form a molecule of compounds. For example, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combine together to form water molecule H2O. Likewise, one atom of carbon and one atom of oxygen combine to form carbon monoxide CO. Single molecule of ammonia contains one nitrogen and three hydrogen. Carbon dioxide contains one carbon and two oxygen. Hydrochloric acid contains one hydrogen and one chlorine. Nitric acid HNO3 contains hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen, that is 1 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen, and 3 oxygen. In sulfuric acid, the formula is H2SO4. It contains hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur, and 1 oxygen to form a single molecule of sulfuric acid. Now let us find out what is an ion. So compound composed of metals and non-metals contains charged species. The charged species are known as ions. An ion is a charged particle and can be negatively or positively charged. A negatively charged ion is called an anion and the positively charged ion a cation. Take for example sodium chloride NaCl. It constituent particles are positively charged sodium ions Na plus and negatively charged chloride ions Cl minus. Ions may consist of a singly charged atom or a group of atoms. If they contains the group of atoms that have a net charge on them, then a group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. The following table gives you the information of names and symbols of some ions. Sodium Na plus, hydrogen H plus, polyatomic ions like ammonia NH4 minus, OH minus, hydroxide ion, nitrate NO3 minus, etc. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, these are the valencies. So valency is the combining capacity of an element. That means when a element is going to take part in a chemical reaction, they lose, gain, or share the electrons to combine with other elements. In this way, the compounds are formed. The next concept we will deal with is writing for chemical formula. So, first of all, let us see what is the meaning of chemical formula. The chemical formula of a compound is a symbolic representation of its composition. The chemical formula of different compounds can be written easily. For this, we need to learn the symbols and the combining capacity of the elements, that is the valency. Next, we'll learn how to write the chemical formulas. So, while writing the chemical formulas, you should have the prior knowledge of the symbols of the element, and the second thing what you should know is the valencies of the elements. Now, there are the steps involved in writing the formulas. The first is the symbol or the formula of the element or the ions, so that the symbol of the metal or the positive ions is written on the left side, and the symbol or formula of the non-metal or negative ion is written on the right side. The second step is write the valencies of the elements or the ions below the elements or ions. And the third one is you have to cross over the valencies of the combining ions so that you can balance them. Then the fourth one is if you are using a polyatomic ions should be enclosed in a bracket before writing the formulas. If they are more than one polyatomic ions, then they have to be enclosed in the bracket. So the following examples will give a clear idea for you. The first is calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. To write calcium hydroxide, first you write the symbols of the elements involved in the compound, that is Ca and OH. So OH is hydroxide, it is a polyatomic ion. Now next step is to write the valencies. So calcium's valency is +2 and OH minus 1. So when we cross over, we see that the polyatomic ions are more than 1. So you have to place them into the bracket. The next example is of ammonium sulfate. So to write ammonium sulfate, first step is you write the symbol of ammonia, that is NH4, and sulfate SO4. Second step, you write the valencies of that, ammonia +1 and sulfate -2. Now the ammonia is more in quantity, so place or enclose it into the bracket. Now the formula has to be written like this: in bracket NH4 bracket close hold twice SO4. This is what the formula of ammonium sulfate. Last but not the least, now we will deal with the molecular mass and the mole concept. So molecular mass, we have discussed the concept of atomic mass in the section 3.2.2. This concept can be extended to calculate molecular masses. The molecular mass of substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of the substance. So it is therefore the relative mass of molecule expressed in atomic mass unit, which is denoted by small u. Now, how to calculate the relative molecular mass of water, that is H2O. So the first one is atomic mass of hydrogen is equal to 1 unit. Oxygen is 16 unit. It is the atomic mass of hydrogen and oxygen. So the molecular mass of water, which contains 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, is equal to 2 into 1 plus 1 into 16. The overall total is 18 unified mass. Let us solve another one of HNO3, that is nitric acid. Calculate the molecular mass of HNO3. So the atomic mass of hydrogen plus atomic mass of nitrogen plus 3 into the atomic mass of oxygen is equal to 1 plus 14 plus 48. The total is comes to be 63 unified mass. Mole concept. In day-to-day life, we use units like dozen to deal with quantities. The term dozen indicates a constant number, whatever may be the item. In a similar manner, to represent the number of atoms or molecules, we use the word mole. A mole is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of or molecules. This is also called the Avogadro's number and is represented by N, capital N. So the molar mass of a substance, 1 mole of molecule mass in grams, molecular mass in grams, the number of atoms of a substance 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 number of molecules. 1 mole of carbon atoms, 12 gram of carbon atoms contain 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of carbon, and 1 mole of hydrogen atoms contains 1 gram of hydrogen atoms. The number of atoms of a substance is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of hydrogen. 1 mole of water molecule contains 18 gram of water molecules. So the number of atoms of a substance containing in 18 gram of molecule is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water, that is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23 molecules of water H2. So in simple terms, anything which is 1 mole contains 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. So this is the end of the lesson, atoms and molecules.